Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and welcome to another how to install video. Today I will be showing you how to install the latest version of Napoleonic Total War 3. My last video, I believe, only covered up to 8.6, possibly 8.7, but there have been at least 2 new patches that have been added since then. This mod is updated quite frequently, so when 9.0 does come out and is available on ModDB, I will look to get a how to install video out as quick as possible, so as many of you as possible are able to enjoy the mod. But let's go ahead and download 8.9. So we're just going to start by going to moddb.com. So I'm just going to start from the beginning here, and then in the top of the screen start typing in Napoleonic Total War 3. And then we're going to navigate over to the Files tab, and we have a lot of files here that are a possibility, so I can see why this could get confusing as to which ones you actually do need. But the ones that we will need is 8.7, so we'll need 1 through 4. So we'll need 1 through 4, 2 through 4, 3 through 4, and 4 of 4. And then these two are obsolete, so we don't have to worry about this 8.7 patch, the launcher patch, and also this 8.8 campaign patch. But we've got version 8.8 and 8.9. We're going to need both of those as well. So let's go ahead and get that going, and we're going to hit download now here.
Piece of
And I've got to silence that. I'm just going to run into my volume mixer here and just silence Chrome for the time being as we get all these downloaded. So there's the second one. We can go to 3 of 3, 3 of 4, and 4 of 4 there. And then we need the 2 patches as well. So it's 6 files altogether. So you can see that the core is already downloaded, and then we've got 3 bin files, which I'll show you what to do with those very soon. And then the patches should be quite small, so they shouldn't take very long at all. But I'll make a quick cut here and bring it back to you once the patches are done downloading. Alright guys, once all of those files are downloaded in their entirety, we can go ahead and close out all of these tabs. We won't need them any longer. And go ahead and open your downloads folder, and you can see that we've got all 6 of the files in our downloads folder, so we're going to actually move them to a folder on our desktop. So I'm just going to call this Napoleon Total War 3 install. That should be fine. And then I'm just going to drag all of these into that folder there, just so we know where they are. And the reason that it needs to be in that folder is because these bin files don't get transferred over into your Napoleon Total War folder directly. When we run the 8.7 core, it actually will use these bin files and basically extract them and install them where they need to go. So those are not going to go into your Napoleon Total War folder. They're going to stay right there, but the core file needs to have access to these bin files, so that's why I put them all together. So let's go ahead and double click on the core, hit yes, English, and then for those of you who have it downloaded on your C drive, it automatically sets the pathway for you, so you can literally go ahead and hit next. I'll put an annotation in the bottom of the screen here as well, letting you know what the pathway is, but usually for Steam users, on your main drive, it's local C, program files 86, Steam apps, common, Napoleon Total War, and for disk users, it would be program files 86, Sega, Napoleon Total War. But for me, I've got it on my G drive because my C drive is smaller, so I just have to change the pathway. But as I said, most you guys won't have to do this step. But there we go. So I've got my Napoleon Total War folder. Make sure this comes up because that means that we're installing it into the correct spot. Hit yes. And we don't have to create a desktop shortcut because once we install patch 8.8 or 8.9, we'll keep the 8.9 patch because that's going to be the most up-to-date one. So go ahead and hit next and install. And this will take quite some time, so we'll make another little cut here and bring it back to you once it is just about done. Alright, so 8.7 Setup Wizard is complete, so we can go ahead and hit finish. But we're not done yet. We still have to do 8.8 and 8.9. So double click on 8.8. And there we go. Hit yes. And then again, exact same thing. If you guys have it on your C drive, it should populate accordingly. But for me, I just have to quickly change this. But it's going to be the exact same pathway as we did before. So Steam Games, Steam Apps, Common, Napoleon Total War. Next, make sure that this window pops up saying, do you want to overwrite? Hit yes, we don't need the shortcut. Next, and install. And again, another quick cut while this is finishing up, and I'll bring it back to you once it's done. And there we go. Let's hit finish on 8.8, and then we just have 8.9 to do. And for some reason, 8.9 actually gets blocked by my firewall settings. If you guys have Windows 10, just click on the More Info tab here, and then hit Run. Anyway, it's a perfectly safe file. I don't know why my firewall settings detect that it's anything different than 8.8 and 8.7. But anyways, again, same process here. So again, making sure we get the pathway to our Napoleon Total War folder. Common Napoleon Total War. Next, make sure this window pops up, hit yes, and then yes, we're going to keep this shortcut because we will need this one to launch the mod. And hit install, and probably no sense in doing a cut here because this one is pretty quick. I think it just fixes a couple of bugs. And then once this is done, we'll just load into Napoleon Total War 3 and make sure that we have a working mod. I'll just quickly jump into a random battle and just show you guys that it is indeed working. And there we go. Perfect. Let's hit finish. And we've got our desktop shortcut here. We can go ahead and delete the install folder now. We don't need that. And let's go ahead and double click on version 8.9 to launch the game. Here is where you can set the screen resolution for your monitor, but oftentimes it will pick it up automatically. And then you've got the different campaigns here. We're just going to jump into classic battles though, and then I'll be able to show you guys loading into a battle. And it does take a bit of time to load in. Again, Napoleonic Total War 3 is quite a large mod for Napoleon Total War, but I do have to say that I love the battles much more in Napoleonic Total War 3 than in vanilla, because there's just so many more factions and so many more units of varying types that you can utilize. But there we go, we've got Napoleonic Total War 3. Let's go ahead and hit single player and play battle. Go to land. I'm just going to pick the first map, that should be fine. And let's just pick a random faction. Let's go with Connaught. And just get a bit of cav, maybe some artillery. Nothing crazy, just whatever. And there we go. Let's go ahead and jump in. And Connaught, this is a very small roster, but some of the rosters are extremely expansive. There's just tons of different units for you to choose from. And the game also has built-in unit caps as well, so it'll kind of limit your elites and whatnot. And some of the units, you can only bring 1 or 2 of them, which I find is very, very cool. And there's a lot of variance in the different names of the units as well, which adds a lot more historical aspect and realism to the mod. Also, the maps are quite good too. There's a lot of maps that have different strategic points that you can hold up with. This one, I don't know. It looks like it has a little bit of a fort in the center. I'm not sure, though. I don't think I've played this map before. And there we go. Oh yeah, it does. It has a little fort in the center, which I guess you could actually move into capture. So I guess we will do that. But that is everything, guys. We've got a perfectly good working mod here, as you can see. No issues with it whatsoever. So hopefully this did help you guys install the most recent version of the mod. And as I said, once 9.0 does come out, I will try and be quick to get a tutorial video out for that. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this in the future. And as always, I will see you in the next one.